Hello! Welcome back to Week 7 of King Arthur Pendragon, the adventure of the Praetor's Plea. So, yes, where are we? We have just woken up the morning after this feast where Earl Roderick has honored the Praetor Syagrius and then asked our knights to go with the Praetor into Cornwall to speak with Duke Gorlois and request some of his men for the purposes of retaking Praetor Syagrius' lost city of Soissons. So, was there anything that you all wanted to do, or are you ready to just get on the road as quickly as possible?
Correct me if I'm wrong, Steven, but the Earl's daughter, or excuse me, the Duke's, is it Earl Roderick's daughter who's like almost of marrying age?
Yes, I think she'll be of marrying age in about 2 years or something like that.
Is there? So I mean, I don't get to see them all the time. Is there something I can do that's like respectful in a way of making sure that I am getting in line with the hey, I want to be a suitor here. I'm not sure what that should look like, because I'm not really into like how this curtsying as a noble thing with someone who's like 16 works.
Well, I think
it's like kind of weird territory.
Yeah, at this stage
I don't know what this is.
Yeah, I mean, at this stage of like you're looking at a future marriage for political gain.
And I want to make sure I'm putting in the work, you know.
And the way to approach that with her is to use courtesy to make sure that she sees you as a kind and respectful and good knight. Okay. Because like flirting at this stage of things is a bit weird.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. So I don't know what that looks like.
Also, a bit more important right now is your relationship with Earl Roderick.
Okay.
And then once she comes of age, then your relationship with her will matter a lot more.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and perhaps this is something about being around Earl Roderick and talking to him and kind of securing things up with him.
Yeah. Or like just like being near the Lady Jenna and like letting her see how courteous and what a goodly knight you are, that sort of thing. Do you want to give me a roll to see how well you were able to comport yourself last night with courtesy in the face of your friend's terrible, terrible singing?
But I'm actually kind of thinking, if you don't mind, I'm trying to think of a way I can fit this in here. But I'm thinking my own scene.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Could there be a way that maybe I could like help recover it or whatever?
Well, let's give you a singing role and you join in, and then let's see how well you were able to sing. Oh yeah, maybe there was like a second song after Elaine was done singing.
Another turning point, forks stuck in the road.
Yeah.
Garbage college, like college guitar songs.
Yes,
the guys playing that we can sing along to.
That's fantastic.
That I help out.
Yeah, so Crispus strikes up a second tune, and he sort of looks at Elaine and he's like, no, c'est à moi. And
me and Christmas would make the most amazing, handsome boy band.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I think that's like exactly what happens.
All right, let's just change the game, guys. That's what new Pendragon.
Now it is handsome boy band, Pendragon. Man, I feel like there is something Pendragon-esque about playing celebrities.
Yeah.
Where like you have these strong passions, and then like you've got what you're known for in your celebrity. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You sing along, and it's a really an excellent rendition, and everybody applauds. Let me look at glory rewards. Yeah, I feel like singing quite well in front of the Earl's court and all of these fancy foreign guests is worthy of glory. So give yourself 10 glory for that, Nidian.
Oh man.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Okay. Yeah. So,
Stealing my thunder there, Nidian.
yeah. So you see, like, I think probably, what's his name? Crispus. Like, he's playing at you, and he's looking you deeply in the eyes, Nadine.
Me?
Yes. You can tell he's feeling good about playing music with you. Elaine in the background is just kind of lost.
Boy, I really want to like socially jujitsu that to Elaine. No way.
Oh yeah? Okay.
Yeah, but I don't. I can just say maybe when we have a moment after between the song or whatever, I'm like, it's really like Elaine's kind of like my muse.
You could wingman with flirting.
Yeah, I want. Yeah, can I wingman this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Whoa, flirting wingman! I love it.
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right. Let's do it. Sorry, I'm a 5. Real sorry. Real sorry about this. May not work.
Oh yeah. Like, how do you try to turn his attentions?
Yeah, it's one of those things. Maybe we're between songs or whatever. We're trying to figure out what song we want to play next. It's like, and I'm trying to read what Elaine's favorite songs are. I'm like, I mean, I think there's this one song, and it's really, really good. And perhaps it's like your least favorite song
Or it's like sort of karaoke. Like, which songs could Elaine sing really well, and you're just choosing ones that are terrible that she doesn't know the lyrics to.
Yeah. And I'm trying to help you, and it's just
or with like super high notes that I just can't handle.
Nice.
Yeah. I really like that. That in fact, maybe I didn't realize your vocal range or something like that. But, like, you see me trying to help you. I think is the best thing though. I really want to communicate. But perhaps I fail at that with the flirting because that's really my intention. But doesn't work out.
Nice. Well, Nidian trying to do his best for his friend.
I appreciate the help.
Yeah.
I succeed when I'm selfish and I fail when I'm selfless. It's my life. It's my life.
That's my life.
All right, so the party dies down and everybody retreats to their corners after moving the tables to the side. Everybody lays out their sleeping things on the floor of the grand hall and passes out. And in the morning you awake refreshed and ready for a journey to Cornwall.
Yeah, let's go. Let's ride.
Nice.
That's right.
Whose manor is Baverstock?
That might be Dwinwyn. No, Dwinwyn is Newton Tony.
Yeah, Newton Tony.
So Baverstock, I think, is Eric. Nope, that's Stapleford. Is it?
Oh shit.
Oh no, Newton Tony is.
I'm Newton Tony.
Yes, Newton Tony is Elaine. So Dwinwyn is Baverstock.
Okay, well, we can pretend we were at my house.
Totally. Yeah. Or you're just coming from the other direction.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yep. Cool. Okay.
Okay. So, all right. So good. We'll impose on Dwinwyn's hospitality on the road then.
Nice. Yeah, totally. So let me see here. You are venturing along the road. From Salisbury, you head east over into Jagant and then down to Devon. And then down over here in, Tintagel, Totnes, and Lyonesse. That's Cornwall territory. So the Duke Gorlois's castle is Castle Tintagel. Mm-hmm. So that's where you're making your way to. Let's see. Which of you is leading these knights through these foreign lands?
I mean, I'm a pretty good scout as well, but I remember Nidian is also a good scout.
You're quite adept at hunting, right, Nidian?
That's not true.
No?
That's not true.
I think I have hunting.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I have a awareness 15 and a hunting 10.
Okay,
Nadine's only
I have
at
hunting 10, and
I'm hunting
your awareness is higher.
I have a high awareness though. My awareness is 10.
I'm leading.
Hrethric, why don't you give us
away,
an awareness roll, and Elaine, you can give us a hunting roll.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Ooh, yeah. Right.
Why?
Boo. Boo the die roller, not you. Boo the die roller.
Why am I bad at everything? Help me.
Let's see. Give me a roll on a d20, Elaine.
Okay.
19.
19.
Ooh. Let's see what that means.
Unicorn!
It might. C, D, E, F, G, H.
We're goats.
Hunting. All right. Yes. So, Luke, you spot through the woods a shadowy figure moving amongst the trees of the forest.
Four-legged or two-legged?
Four-legged, low to the ground, long, black. And you also you spot amongst the ground like just like a bone poking out from under some leaves and a few droppings off on one side as you're traveling. It's clear that you're in wolf territory.
Ooh.
And so when you see this figure lurking, you immediately think of wolves.
Ooh. Okay. Well, Horethric is not. He's a proficient enough hunter to not ignore the dangers of the road. I guess he'll just tighten up the order then a little bit.
Okay.
So just make sure. Like he'll slow down, rein in his horse a little bit. Like bring Walter in. Yeah. Make sure no squires are dangling out as potential prey. And I guess. I'll pull Nidian and Elaine in and say it seems that there's wolves about, so we should take care. That no one, no horses get startled and no one gets thrown.
Yeah.
So
Study our horses would be the big thing.
right. So maybe so I suggest that maybe you two act as outriders around our guests, and I'll stay on point.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think you're able to sort of like cluster the group and form a structure that prevents anybody from straying too far. You keep your squires more towards the insides; they're younger and smaller. And, and as the night draws down, you light torches early and have a blaze surrounding you. And you can tell that these wolves are following you for some time through the forests. But as soon as you break out into I guess this is Blackdown Hills. You leave the forest and the wolves leave you behind. And it was your clever and alert attention to your surroundings that prevented any unfortunate mishaps. So, yes, after a few days on the road, suddenly, you're riding across the Blackdown Hills when suddenly you hear dogs barking from around you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like domestic dogs?
Yeah, domestic dogs. Barf, barf, barf. And you can also hear the sound of armor jangling and knights mounting up on horses. A group of knights comes over one of the hills. And they see you and they call down to you and they say, "Halt, strangers! You travel in the lands of Cornwall!" And they ride down to meet you. What do you do?
I would make a courteous introduction. What do y'all think?
Yeah.
Charge?
Yeah.
I mean, their accents don't sound out of place, right?
Nope. Well, give me a recognize roll. Let's see if you sort of know anything more about these folk than...
Yeah, nailed it.
Nidian!
I know exactly who they are. It's Uther.
It's King Arthur again.
You see?
How many 20s have we had? This is crazy.
You've been seriously crit. At least you're getting them all out of the way on skill tests instead of passions.
This was
Yeah, you don't know who these people are. You're generally a fairly trusting person, right, Nidian?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so these folks, they're probably just normal knights of the realm. It's common to have like military outposts with knights stationed at them where, there are borders and they're just there to check up on things. So that's probably what's going on.
Are they wearing the same kind of armor as the Roman people were with?
No, they're wearing British armor. Kimrick. Yeah, they look Kimrick.
I turn to Nidian and Elaine and wink and say like garrison duty. And then hello.
Is that our battle cry?
Garrison duty. So then I ride up to a respectful distance and greet them and say hello, good friends. We are weary travelers come to your land. We come as emissaries from Earl Roderick and lands beyond.
Nice.
We seek audience, or they are charge. Excuse me, Praetor Syagrius seeks audience with Duke Gorlois. If you would be so kind.
Yeah, the man reins up in front of you. He's got maybe 10 knights behind him, all mounted, and sort of in just like a little curve out in front of you. It doesn't seem suspicious or anything like that. It's just what you do when you're greeting people at the borders of your lands.
Sure.
And he rides forwards. His sword is sheathed and his lance is straight up with a pennant streaming from it. And he says, "I'm Sir Cador of Cornwall. Who did you say you have here? These strange men in their strange garb? I'm unfamiliar with them."
I am Sir Hrethric of Salisbury. This is Sir Elaine and Sir Nidian. And these are charges here are the famous Neustrians. Praetor Syagrius from the fabled city of Soissons.
And you said that they seek audience with the Duke Gorlois.
He has an urgent message for the Duke Gorlois.
The Duke is a very busy man. I'm not certain if he would be enthusiastic about being interrupted by strangers from foreign realms. As you can see, the situation in Cornwall is dire, and we here must attend to our livelihoods.
You, sir, must be the most perspicacious of servants to be able to know the Duke's mind from such a distance. I envy your powers, sir.
He sort of shifts in his seat a little bit. You've made him a little bit uncomfortable, appropriately. He says, "Well, now I'm not sure that I'm not sure I know his mind. I simply know the matter of the realm, and I would hate to impose on my Duke any challenges that could be worth dealing with as knights ourselves."
Of course, but equally so, and perhaps even a touch more, you would be, like myself, loath to deny your Duke a chance at glory and honor.
Yes, well, I can see that the knights of Earl Roderick, you said, yes, and King Uther are obsessed with their personal glory, but yes, well, come, we will escort you.
What did he say?
Yeah, he just drops like a little casual,
I look at
Are you
and let it go.
Yeah, you're gonna stay calm?
I'm not a berserker. Don't be racist.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, you're very modest, but does this pique your pride, or?
I don't know how to address it. Does, but what am I going to be? Excuse me, sir, actually we're not.
I mean, it's a little bit of a veiled barb at Uther and his people, right?
Yeah, I know.
So it's honor, it's loyalty to Lord, it's hey, he's doing the things that are right for the kingdom,
Right. You want to help me out here? You too. Hrethric is kind of stunned momentarily.
Yeah, this is an insult to all three of you. It's Uther and his folk, they're all so obsessed with their personal honor. Please come, we will. And of course, the obvious rejoinder is we're not obsessed with personal honor, we're obsessed with the honor of Britain.
Yeah.
Elaine is the most.
Yeah, okay. I know. I think I know what I was saying. I'm not sure what it looks like mechanically, but I definitely would riposte that and being like, Boy, you are just full of insight and acuity. You really know how the world works. It's a shame you're out here on the road instead of at home. I just don't know what to do.
Nice. Nice. Elaine, do you also join in on this?
How do you roll for like diswise? Like what is
Yeah,
that?
right.
Is there a mic drop skill?
Yeah, my pride is a little hurt.
Okay.
That makes me angry. But I don't really know how I would respond to that. So
From the heart, come on.
It's right there. You just gotta open it up.
You're mean and I hate you? Like
No, you have to be really polite though about it. That's the thing.
I know, that's the thing. I'm a very direct person.
Maybe Elaine is just super direct.
Yeah, fair enough.
She's super honest.
I mean, there is a really easy comeback that exists in my mind, at least, which is like, holy shit, at least we have some personal honor enough to go fight for our king, right? Like, Duke Gorlois isn't sending his troops when Uther musters, so it's really easy to be like, hey.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's just kind of a dig in the way of, like, I mean, there's some honor in gatekeeping as well, but we have more important things to attend to, and the big people need to talk now.
Yeah. Nice. So, Hrethric, you sort of were just stunned into silence, right? You're holding your tongue at this.
Yeah, like his hands twitching. He's like about to ask Walter for his axe. Like,
yeah.
So but yeah, basically, I imagine it's just a beat before he kind of like shrugs it off and regains his
absolutely
his normal clement personality.
So,
for a moment, we hear the beginning of the Kill Bill fight songs.
Yeah. Yeah. Hrethric, give yourself a check to modest. And Elaine and Nidian, give yourselves checks to proud.
Yes.
Yeah, gosh, Elaine and Nidian, you've shot barbs into Cador's honor. Is it Cador? Yeah, Sir Cador's honor. Let's see. What is honor usually? It's like 15-ish, yeah? Yeah. Yeah, he rounds on the two of you. And he says, "Well then, what is this? The legendary arrogance of Uther's men comes here to Cornwall to request our aid. Very well. I shall fight you, one of you, to the touch. But please, let us put to test what is more important: loyalty to the land and the realm and defense of it for the people who live here, or loyalty to who? These strangers from foreign lands? You folk and your hunger.
Hey,
you shock me."
Steven, what's this guy's name?
Sir Cador.
Cador. Caution, Sir Cador. Uther's men with their legendary arrogance also brought their legendary swordplay.
Nice. Smooth, yeah. I mean, he's like, time for talk is done. Like, he starts getting off his horse. He's like, all right, let's go. Come on.
Yeah, I step up. I got this.
Yeah. Elaine, you're not gonna claim the rightful place. Which one of you has more glory?
Between us two?
Elaine and Nidian.
Me.
Yeah,
okay.
Sure.
I'm at 14, 19.
Cool, yeah, Nidian, so...
I'm 14-24.
Oh!
Somehow.
It is actually
proper.
Because
I got all that glory from the combats, and I just got nothing.
Yeah. It is actually proper for you to defer to Elaine in this situation.
Right. Also, that's fine. So I'm being scrappy, right? And then Elaine maybe like steps in, like, no, I got this.
I think Elaine actually would have to test honor to not do this.
Maybe.
Or like her honor is heroic.
Yep.
So legendary honor.
17 honor. Dope. Yeah, Elaine. So are you going to try to resist, or are you just going for it, Elaine?
Just Uther one more time, and I'm like, hold me back, Reverend.
I hold him back.
Nice.
Well, what's more honorable, taking this guy down or
Yeah.
being a
Dueling him is the honorable thing to do.
better person?
Yeah.
Okay, then.
In fact, being a better person would be like cowardly in this circumstance. Yeah, I mean, you're just fighting to the touch. So the first one to actually like strike any kind of wound against you that's it. But
It would be really horrible if you touched him so hard that his head fell off. It would be tragic.
Yes, that would be just such a disappointment for everyone.
Accidents happen though.
With swords, live naked swords.
Yeah, so his men all circle around, and the Praetor, who has he's sort of like checked in with Hrethric and Nidian, and they're like, oh, is this what is happening here? And you both explained that this must be done.
Yeah.
I just say it is a small matter of honor, and Sir Elaine shall defend Sir Uther's honor, as well as King Uther's honor, as well as Earl Roderick's honor.
Yep.
Roderick, yes.
And I'm sure there's also like some element of like the protection of the Praetor's honor as well. Like he's an escort of Uther's men, and therefore you have to measure up.
Yeah, I assure him this will only strengthen his case in Gorlois' court.
That's absolutely true.
And this guy is being super offensive to these people who he's not familiar with, and it's
very true.
Don't be racist.
Yeah, rudeness is an excellent call for murdering someone in Pendragon.
Yeah.
So let's see. Elaine and Nidian, both of you can set your wounds back. You can remove your wounds.
Cool.
So there's that. Let's see. Yeah, and I want to bring out. So Elaine and this knight.
Oops.
Sir Cador of Cornwall. Cool. Advanced CC. Deal. Cool. Nice. All right.
Can you put Dwynwen in heaven or like?
We'll scroll her down to the bottom of the page.
Her manner.
In heaven.
That was a terrible thing to say. I don't know why I said that.
Nice. Yeah, all right. So the two of you begin squaring off with swords. Elaine.
Dude, it's time for Passion Land.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Are you going to go for your honor or your loyalty to your lord?
Honor.
Nice. Give a test.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you nailed it. You just you're feeling on fire with honor right now. All right, so that gives you a +10 to your sword skill. So, are you ready?
Crap. Yes, I'm ready.
All right, the two of you advance, shields raised, swords bared, and strike at each other. Ooh, nice. Yeah! Nice. Yeah, you are a much stronger opening exchange than Sir Cador delivers. Your swords clanging off each other a number of times. How do you catch him, Elaine?
I mean, I'm like on fire right now. I'm really upset that this guy has the audacity to just completely insult these people who have traveled this far to meet with the Lord that he serves, and he's just like standing here being like, well, you guys are proud and I don't trust the foreigners you're with, and
go pay the price for his vanity.
Yeah. So I think I'm like, I'm like bellowing something. I'm like yelling that, you think we don't have honor? Where is your honor? And
Nice.
I just like smack him like with the broadside of my sword, I think, and try to like hit him really, really hard in the ribs.
Ooh,
Nice. Yeah.
That is a deep insult. Hugely insulting.
Yeah.
I love it.
Go ahead
Get
and roll
outta
your
here.
damage.
Damage is the first page.
Knock him over.
23.
Knock him over.
Yeah, knock a dead bag.
Knock him
my butt.
over, and then don't even let him get up.
No.
So what?
Don't even hand him up.
No.
So his knockdown is 15, but I think he needs that amount of damage after his armor absorbs it.
Mm-hmm.
So his armor is 16, so you've only dealt him, 7
Isn't there
damage?
Is there like a dex or something to not get knocked over?
I think you still have to be taking enough damage, after.
From your size.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, right, that's what it is. It's size. So his size is 15, yeah, but you've actually, you've beaten his size. Well, wait.
Wait. Hold. I'll check.
Yeah, tell us how knockdown works.
Yeah.
Consult the tome.
Good. In any case, you've struck him before he struck you, and that ends your duel. But Sir Cador is a very proud knight, and those words, impugning his honor, they are harsh. You can see him
Yeah, how does that taste?
your words sink into his head, and he's fighting mightily with himself. He's bleeding just slightly from his side.
Yeah, right.
And he's
It's like
struggling.
crow taste.
Let's see. Yeah. Ooh. And he was trying to break his pride. But as a very proud knight, he doesn't. And he strikes back at you a second time. Do you fight him back?
Yeah.
You could.
Do I have an option to block?
Yeah, you could.
Yeah,
go
you
in
can take a
full
defense. Yep.
Yep.
Which I think
Yeah.
it gives you plus 10 to your skill, except that you don't deal any damage when you win.
Do it.
Okay. Yeah, well, I think I just kind of want to brace him and try to push him back off of.
Yeah,
So-
cool.
Steven, he might actually have a -5 here. Whenever a character takes a blow, whether from a weapon in combat or some other source, the base damage, the damage dealt before armor, is compared to his size.
Right. So he needs to make a dexterity test.
Yeah.
So
Just
let's
make
see.
him, just make him look pathetic. Just make him look pathetic as he just rage babies out on you.
He succeeds. He keeps his feet. So you sort of you knock him aside with your flat of your blade against his ribs, and he turns around and you can see the fury in his eyes, and he fights against himself for a second before launching at you with an aggressive attack. And you're making a full defense.
Yeah.
Let's see. So he's actually calling on his honor passion because he feels insulted. And he succeeds, and you see this fire of his own honor and the honor of Cornwall come over his face, and he strikes at you fiercely. So, and he hits you, but you are probably going to beat that with your plus 20. So roll your defense against this attack.
I'm not. Where am I seeing defense?
So all you do is you make an attack roll.
Oh.
And you just add 10 again.
Okay.
So you
So
get a
it's
total
20,
of
plus
20.
20.
Yep. And you just don't do damage if you succeed over him. You just block basically.
Well done, you did it.
What does that mean?
Wait, but I don't think you won, but I actually don't think you added the.
Yeah, you didn't add the second 10. So you're on fire with your unpassion, which gives you 10, and then you're defending, which also gives you plus 10. So
But she did it anyway.
yeah. So yeah, you succeed, but you succeed greatly instead of barely. He comes at you raining blows down upon your defenses until another one of his own knights come and grab him from behind and pull him off of you. And they say, "Sir Cador, you forget yourself. the Sir Knight here has bested you in combat as according to the rules you yourself set out, and we must now take them to our Duke. And Cador sort of shakes his head in fury. He says, yes.
Nice.
My apologies.
I'm like, yeah, there is that honor that I was looking for. The honor that we feel for our Lord.
They do outnumber us here.
Wow.
I'm glad to finally see that coming from you for yours.
Yeah, the second knight that is pulling back Sir Cador looks at you and he says, "You forget yourself, sir. Take care with that tongue of yours before we eject you from our lands."
I
Show us in, please.
hold Elaine back,
Yeah.
maybe by the mouth.
I think at this point the Praetor himself steps forwards, and he speaks with his orate. Let's see how he does. Yeah, he calls out to everybody present. He says, "Ave, ave, gentlemen, please. Everyone here is of great honor, for is it not this reason that I have journeyed from distant lands here to Britain to seek aid from her glorious sons and daughters, who have defended its realm against all manner of threat, who even some years ago ejected the Roman Empire from her lands. Nay, please, set aside these conflicts. I understand both of you are great knights and your lords great lords, but please, for the sake of king and country, allow me to speak with your lord and press my case with him personally." And Sir Cador nods begrudgingly, and sort of everybody listening can understand the wisdom of his words. So he leads you off to Tintagel.
What I give Elaine an approving nod. Well done. I knew you were one of us.
Nice.
Don't make me call on my bride.
Oh yeah.
Elaine, give yourself a check to reckless.
Fair.
Cool. Okay, so yeah, I think Sir Cador does the thing that Hrethric has recently done. He sends his squire ahead to Tintagel to bear news of their arrival and make preparations for receiving these guests. You can tell that a number of the towns that you're riding through have actually been hit by Saxons fairly recently. There's obvious signs of Saxon raiding throughout Cornwall as you're here. And when you ride up, Duke Gorlois and the Lady Igraine are here to receive you. The Lady Igraine, as soon as you all see her, you're stricken by her elegance and her beauty and her grace. There's just something about the way that she carries herself. She has an incredibly tall bearing, a straight back, long black hair that's braided tightly down the back of her neck. Would each of you...
No.
There's some sort of test we've got to make, I think.
Yeah, it's is it chaste or something?
Yeah, I think it's chaste.
Fuck.
Would each of you test your chaste for me, please?
Come on, Hrethric.
Be chaste.
Be chaste.
Pretty good at it. I'm pretty good at
No
this.
problem, Elaine.
Crit.
Oh, nice, Hrethric. Check your chaste.
Yes, thank you, Hrethric.
Chastity lockdown.
Yeah, I think all of you and all of the men you're with, and including Crispus and Praetor Syagrius, there's sort of a murmur that goes through the group. Oh, is this the Duke Gorlois and his wife?
And Gorlois is like a troll, right?
Yeah, I think he's not a very attractive man. He's just apparently a fairly effective military leader. Yeah, so he stands there. He's a little bit short. He's got a wart on his nose, and he shouts across the courtyard, "Ah, hail, welcome, Ave, Praetor Syagrius. That is your name, yes. My men have not led me wrong. And Syagrius nods his assent. And all of you feel in your heart, as soon as the Lady Crane speaks, this tug, the pull of her beauty. And she speaks out very eloquently. She says, "Welcome, Praetor Syagrius. It is great to have visitors from foreign realms to our lands, and you do us great honor by choosing to visit us. Please come inside, and we will feast you, and we may speak of the things that concern you." So, Syagrius and Gorlois and Igraine retire into... I guess there's like a great hall, but they retire even further into private chambers, while you three are left in the company of the Knights of Cornwall.
Excellent. I turn to my companions and say, "She is unto the Mother Mary."
It's true, and very, very warm. I feared that we may not experience such a warm greeting.
Why ever not?
Well, simply based on the types of people she employs.
They are merely knights doing their duty. Are they not? Even if they do it with rude tongues. But well done, Elaine. Well done. You have the fire in you.
I don't know what came over me.
Nice. Yeah, so you've got some time here where you're just sort of surrounded by the court and knights of Cornwall. What are y'all gonna do? You know, they offer you the food that's been cooking for the larger court, and a seat at tables.
Like to drink with them.
Yeah,
it's kind of like there's a certain camaraderie to people, like no matter what side that you're on, right? Like, yeah, basically, like once you're off the field, you go drinking and swap war stories and
yeah, totally. And these are knights, and like you're very familiar with what being a knight is, and so are they. So you've at least got that to talk about. Maybe even Sir Cador comes down, sits down next to you, and says, "So, how about that garrison duty, huh?"
Good. Yeah, I laugh and clap him on the shoulder.
Yeah. See any goats lately?
We had a gigantic case of garrison duty last year.
Yeah. Do you want to tell the story of your
I can't
virulent garrison duty?
I will tell the story so far as us chasing a lost goat through the brush for an old man.
Okay.
I can't tell the rest of the story.
Like, you're gonna leave out this impressive sword, which I suppose you're maybe thinking would be information that you don't want your enemies to have.
Also, I just can't boast about putting a notch in a giant's leg. Like, it's just not in Hrethrick's character.
Yeah.
So yeah, but he'll play it sympathetically, like, oh yeah, like garrison duty, right? We're chasing goats for old men, and instead of like out there, on the raids where we should be.
Yeah, I think the table sort of grows a little bit quiet as you're talking about garrison duty, and like, oh gosh, goats for old men. And one of the other knights speaks up, an older woman, probably in her 40s, and she says, well, that does sound like a trial, though. Here in Cornwall, we have frequent raids from Saxons, and it's often in garrison duty that one or more of our knights will not make it back. Have you many Saxons in your lands of Silchester?
Hrethrick looks around awkwardly. There are many chieftains who raid throughout Salisbury and Silchester.
Yes. Just this past summer, I was on garrison duty myself, and she sort of pulls up her shirt and shows you her midriff, where there's like a heavy scar from her navel up across her left rib cage. She says, yes, a Saxon berserker flew into a battle rage in front of me and caught me with his sword. It was a hearty blow, but thanks to the ministrations of the Duke's courts, I have recovered.
Ooh, if we're showing scars, Hrethrick has a major wound as well.
Oh, yeah?
Near Crit Creek.
Nice.
Just as like a matter of fact, not as like a
You're not boasting. You're just like, oh yes, I too have a scar.
Yeah. No, this isn't Jaws, whatever. But though, I will sing away and adieu, you fair Spanish ladies. But yeah. So I would love to trade scars with everybody. And Rethric's maybe even a little humbled. He's only got one.
Yeah, like everybody starts pulling out their scars, and like someone holds up his hand. He's like, ah, yes, well, yeah, yeah. Are the three of you just sort of relaxing and keeping calm?
Yes, I'm calm.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I'm just keeping a watchful eye on Cador and Elaine, just to make sure that if it does start, that Hrethrick's there to put a dent in somebody's skull.
Okay.
Right? Like Hrethrick is like, right, being the biggest boy on the on the soccer pitch, he knows about these things, and this dude is as big as Hrethrick, right? So he's just make sure that he's always sitting kind of between Elaine and him, and like not menacingly or whatever, just like he's just being a good buddy.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, so like you're back in court, and he's willing to be friendly with you, but it's obvious he's still a little bit tweaked about Elaine. Yeah, are you all trying to like provoke any gossip from the court of Cornwall, or mostly just relaxing?
What do they think about? Maybe the question that I would maybe want to find out is not just gossip, but maybe what they think about Praetor, Sagarius, and Cigar. Is it Sagarius or Sagarius?
Syagrius.
Fucking. Sorry. Yeah, I want
what their impression of him is.
Yeah, and his retinue.
Yeah. I think.
Awareness?
Yeah, give me an awareness test.
Nada.
Yeah, you don't like see anything. If you want to like converse with them about it, that would be a courtesy test, like to sort of draw it out of them. But you don't see any obvious indication in the way that they're acting or speaking amongst themselves that tells you how they feel about these guests.
Gotcha. No, then yeah, I think I would just prefer to just kind of talk with people amongst, just go to float around to the different groups and at the hall, just talk to people, get to know more people about this land. I don't feel like I'm as well traveled as others, especially of us three. I'm probably the least traveled. So.
Yeah, Hrethrick just is no good at intrigue or anything, so I don't think it would really cross his mind.
Yeah. So I'm just kind of just absorbing what people are saying to me. Cool. I don't have that much to contribute, but I'll just do a courtesy roll. Here we go.
Courtesy. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
you begin talking with them, and
this was like a video game, and like the dialogue is like, tell me more about this, tell me more about this, tell me more about this.
Totally. Yeah, so you find out that they've been being raided by Saxons fairly regularly for some time, and that both the Duke Cornwall and the Lady Igraine have both taken an interest in battle as well as affairs of state. And it's often the lady who will be directing sort of where knights need to be defending or what Saxon raiders to push back first. Though the Duke is by no means absent in those discussions. He also makes his own decisions.
Lady has a good ear and eye for battle.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you gather that like they don't know what their lord and lady think of these visitors yet at all, but the knights, they think that like Syagrius looks a little snooty. He's got that strong Roman nose, and his armor and his bearing, his big purple cloak, it's all very foreign to these lands. The way he bore himself when he addressed Duke Gorlois was like almost not even as greeting an equal, but more like greeting someone on a lower level, which technically Duke Gorlois probably is, but it's not proper to go to someone's house and greet them that way. So I think the knights are just a little bit like, who are these foreigners and what do they want? It's flattering that they've come to us, but also it's obvious that they're just here because they want something from us. It's like those friends that only ever write you when they want you to do something for them.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yeah, that's kind of the
glory. But the glory, guys. I mean, if they start that like, "Nah, what are they asking us for?" Like that stuff. Like Rethric's like, but glory.
Yeah.
Glory, one. The only way to win glory, not through spending riches or having great fortresses, but on the field of battle.
Yeah, I think probably the woman with the chest scar or the stomach scar. She says, "Aye, there's much glory to be won in Cornwall against the Saxons."
But let's see.
I guess you wouldn't know about that, though.
Boy, they probably
No.
wouldn't.
Herethric says, if you sharpen your blade against the same stone, eventually the stone wears away. To be truly sharp, you must keep a fresh whetstone.
Yeah, she nods and says, yes. You're very right, Herethric, and it is our dearest hope that soon may this stone wear away and leave Cornwall to turn its attentions to other whetstones in need of a blade.
Wow, you're a giant wet blanket, lady. It is an honor to serve my lord Earl Roderick and and through him King Uther, and we spill our blood at their command wherever they call us, however they call us, and whether they call us to serve them in court, whether they call us to serve at the garrison or on the field of battle, or if they should send us, as is their pleasure, to a foreign land to acquit ourselves nobly in their name.
Yeah.
We will serve them wherever and however.
Now, are you making a jab at their reluctance to serve the king?
Herethric's a little frustrated with wet to blanket here. So
yeah.
Well, like I'm locking eyes with her and say, Herethric is also saying this in the terms of like being naive and youthful. Like she's right. Like in terms of like surviving to be 40 as a warrior in this age, right? But Herethric is saying this in terms of like his boundless, endless energy. Like Herethric could go and do a month in France and fight and come back and do, a battle for Salisbury or whatever. Like Herethric has that kind of energy about him. So he's like kind of channeling that. And yeah, I'm trying to say like whatever you got, I got double.
Yeah. Yeah. I think like you're being chill enough about it that they don't perceive it as a direct insult, but like I think everybody in the room is aware of the tension between Uther's requests for troops from Gorlois and Gorlois's constant sort of a lack of response. And so that they are interpreting your words a little bit in that way. And you can see it on their faces. Over the course...
Yeah, that's not how I meant it. But okay, that's fine.
It's obvious. It's obvious to me that that's not how you meant it, but there is a little bit of that in how they take it. Yeah. So I think over the course of the evening, there's like all sorts of like specialized like foods and drinks being brought into the back room. There's like servants running out and they're sort of like wiping their brow and saying, "Can you believe like the old casks from the sea? Can we bring up 2 of them? Like the cheeses. Do you have the And finally, towards the evening, the door to the back room slams open. Poof! And Praetor Syagrius and his men rush out. And the Duke Gorlois is standing there, and he says, "Never have I seen such insolence. This request you bring of me, and the way you have brought it, is an insult to my house and my family. Leave here this night. You are not welcome here. Get gone and go press your case elsewhere. Good luck, sir." Yeah, and Syagrius sort of comes like walking past your table and says, "We should depart."
I close ranks with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's just this murmuring that goes through the entire hall. Everybody wondering, what on earth has happened? Like, blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
All right.
Syagrius heads out, saddles his horses, and his men, saddle up and begin riding away from Cornwall.
That is a gross display of hospitality on Duke part.
Yeah. Syagrius shakes his head and says, I would have expected a lord of Britain to serve his guests in a greater manner. Perhaps one of the other kings will give us the proper deference we deserve.
Certainly. I'm like, oh, absolutely. You're absolutely right. Yeah, this was a bad idea. Let's just go.
Yeah, I think
I'm just like, yes, manning this guy. Right,
there's an element as he rides of like, he's talking to you, he's like, God, that Duke of Cornwall is a huge dick, isn't he?
Apparently.
Frederick is like nodding along, like kind of half listening, but he's asking a question in his head. Is Gorlois a coward? This is like he's trying to like do the knightly math in his head. So anyway, but carry on.
Yeah. Let me ask this question to him. Can you tell a lot about the Lord by the ways their soldiers conduct themselves?
Are you asking?
You have Sir Cador, and how that's a reflection of the Duke. I'm asking Praetor that, right? Praetor Sagarius. Like, does he have that sort of like lesson? Is that an indicator of?
He pauses for a moment. He takes a deep breath. The Duke thought some of my requests and my mannerisms, as I come from a foreign land, to be improper. And I am saddened by that, but it is also clear from our conversations that he had not the men to spare. It appears that Cornwall is having its own problems, and he must divert his resources to their solution. As for your question, whether or not the manner of a lord can be judged by the manner of his subordinates, in general, when you look at the mass of his men, the answer is yes. How does his army comport themselves? How do they travel over the field? How do they make camp? These things, if they are ordered and done well and structured, speak to an ordered, well, and structured mind. However, in all fairness, individual soldiers can often display their own character, which does not in fact reflect on the Lord. Sir Cador, as I see, he may have been a bit insulting to you and your honor. That does not necessarily bode poorly for the honor of Gorlois.
Just and perhaps I nod and I reverse that. I give him the reversal of it as well, saying something like, and just how great heroes can emerge from under like great fighters can emerge from poor lords as well, right? So
yeah, he nods in agreement.
Okay.
So you're writing out, and it's sort of dusk in the evening. When would each of you give me awareness rolls? Actually, let's
Sure.
see who of you sees this.
At some point, Stephen, if it's possible, I'm interested in perhaps hearing a little bit about. So this guy's a great knight, and I'm kind of wondering maybe if he knows a little bit about battle that I don't, and I want to maybe talk to him about some how do you guys fight and stuff?
Yeah, totally. I think
working towards gunning for a check for my battle by listening to him and talking to him.
Yeah, you get into a conversation about battle, and you start asking him like, how do the Romans fight? How do they do it in Soissons? I mean, he starts telling you all about like the Roman legionnaires and how they got like shield walls and like spear battalions and like the organization of men into legions and companies and divisions. And he's obviously very excellent at battle. Why don't you give me a roll on your battle skill to see like what you can absorb from him on your ride?
Yeah,
nice.
All of it.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm starting to burn our ships, so let's go.
Yeah, you and especially because you're writing. Well, I guess you'd probably be writing your Rouncy rather than your Charger. You're able to hold a decent conversation with him about battle, and he nods in understanding of your expertise. Though, as he's droning on at one point about like the proper ordering and numbering of a legion, you you hear something that catches your ear. It's just the sharp cry of a horse from behind you. Very, very faint, very distant. You turn back and you see on the ridge behind you, 9 knights on horseback with torches galloping in your direction.
Yeah, look, this is a fascinating conversation. And I like, oh, did you hear that? And like, yeah, I'm sorry. Did you hear that? I heard something. And then I turn around and I say, my lord, we have company.
Perhaps they've come to apologize for such poor treatment.
Do I see are they wearing armor and stuff? Like through like the torchlight? Are they like shiny?
They're armored. They're carrying spears. They have swords belted at their sides. Syagrius looks behind. He says, "If they are coming to apologize, they are making great haste."
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. He's uncertain what to do. He turns to the three of you. And he says, "Do we ride? Do we meet this challenge?"
I asked them, boy, I don't want to be curt when I say this, but I'm definitely wondering, like, so how insulting were you to this guy? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, like
seriously,
what did you say?
Yeah. Can you just tell me what you said? Like what's said? Like I need to know right now what exactly you actually said.
Why don't you
give? No, stop! Come on, that's insulting to him, to Syagrius, isn't it?
Like, it is stepping outside of your proper role as a knight addressing a lord. You can ask if you want. I'd probably give you like a check to pride, and also you'd have to make a test against orate to see if you can convince him. But you could ask.
I mean, you already no, but also that that sounds like a lot for a no. I already have and I already have a check for proud. It doesn't. I don't want to.
Yeah. He's definitely the ranking lord here, but he's wondering, like, it's not his land. He's going to defer kind of to y'all's decision and your representation of your lord in this current circumstance.
Well, we are not cowards.
I know.
Let's hope. Yeah.
Turnabout.
Elaine is like,
turnabout, and let's hope they're not seeking a new whetstone.
These people coming for us in the middle of the night. Their honor is slipping by the minute.
Yeah.
This.
Nice. So you decide that it's best to wheel around.
Mm-hmm. And I have Walter fetch my axe, and I take my place on Wyvern.
Very, very nice. All right, so you wheel your horses and prepare yourselves to face the oncomers. So let's see about moving over. So we've got Elaine, Nidian, and Hrethric. Right, Sir Cador. He's definitely going to be going for Elaine.
Yeah. Good.
He's still wounded.
Yes, he is. Let's see.
They outnumber us by 1.
They don't. There's 1 knight per each of you.
But we have a steward in our ranks, and who's.
There should be, so like there's 5 of them and 3 of you. So okay, there's only 8 people who are pursuing you.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's see. Yes. Wait. So Knight William, Sir William. Sir William for Hrethric, and then Sir Sir Dolorous.
Sir the Sad?
Yes, for Nidian. All right.
I would like to hail them before anything starts.
Very well. Yeah, they're galloping in your direction across the plain, and you shout out to them.
Hail, friends! What do we owe the honor of this nighttime visit?
Yeah, they're just charging. They, I think Sir Cador sees you, and then he sees Elaine sitting next to you, and he just lowers his spear, and he charges in her direction.
We are on an honorable and peaceful mission from Earl Salisbury. Do you seek to divert us from our path?
What exactly are you asking?
Basically, I'm just saying.
Are you trying to impose, like, block the mission, basically?
No. Yeah, well, yeah. I'm trying to say, like, look, we came here under the banner of peace. You're attacking unprovoked. Basically, I'm also setting myself up to fight for Earl Roderick.
Yeah, totally.
Yes,
I think Cador shouts back a reply, and he shouts, "The honor of Cornwall is not to be impugned, not by you or these foreign allies who you stand under your banner. Make preparation for battle."
Very well, sir. So I nod to Syagrius.
Yeah, he pulls out his spear and tightens the straps on his armor. He starts shouting commands to his men, all in Latin, of course.
Nice.
Nidian, you start recognizing some of like the formations and the structures that he's shouting out. So 3 knights charge, one at each of you, and the others quickly join battle on themselves. Elaine, Sir Cador of Cornwall, gallops straight in your direction, and as he rides, you can see in his eyes this burning passion of the love for his lord. So, oh no!
Oh yes!
Sir Cador of Cornwall is like riding down onto you, and then like you can see like he hears a little bit of what Hrethric is saying, and you can see the fire just sort of drain, and the his face just grow pale as he gallops towards you. So he's got a -5. So
get him, Elaine.
He probably knows what he's doing is wrong, right?
What does that go down to then?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Nice.
Yeah. Like he realizes if he's doing like, yeah, dude, we're charging these people in the middle of the night. Man,
Yeah.
They're out of bounds, but it's too late. I'm committed.
Yep. So Elaine, you're meeting his charge.
Yes.
With your lance.
Yes.
All right, go ahead and roll your lance skill. Oh wow! He won with a 2.
Oh my god!
Wow. Okay.
What are those dice?
It's been 1s and 20s today. It's been crazy.
Yeah. All right. So wow. Okay. He hits you for a total of 17. And I believe that deals you 1 point of actual damage, so you can just mark that in one of your wound boxes.
Right, but she needs to make a horsemanship test now.
Yes. Yeah. So test your
I have
horsemanship.
like a magical saddle though. So
Oh yeah, that gives you a bonus to your horsemanship, right? It's plus
for
5.
horsemanship.
Plus 4. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, totally. You nail it. Yep. You have no problem keeping your balance. So in the exchange between Cador and Elaine, Cador gets the first blow. Meanwhile, Sir Dolorous.
Cador's lance snaps, right?
Oh yes, his lance does snap. So his lance snaps and he pulls out his sword.
Yes. Now you've got him, Elaine.
Yep.
Sorry.
You broke his lance.
Right where you want him.
Seriously.
Sir Dolorous begins charging at Nidian, and he is not going to call on his love of Lord. He's simply charging at you. What is your response, Nidian?
Full defense, if I can.
No, really?
I don't say anything. Yeah, I'm going to just kind of like occupy him.
You're not going to try to deal damage back?
No, I just want to hold him.
Okay. Roll with a +10.
Is this spear expertise then to
Yeah.
do it?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to like parry his attack.
Oh wow! Damn, you crit. So mark a check next to your spear expertise.
Whoa.
And yeah, unfortunately, this does no damage because you're full defending.
Of course not. Why would I expect to be extremely well after today?
Yep.
Okay. Well,
Can you
but
like knock him back or something with
perhaps I really like this formation thing that we're doing.
yeah. But at least his very well-placed lance strike has slid straight off of your body. I think probably the end result is like your two horses are tangled a little bit and you're right in each other's face. So, yeah. Nidian and Dolores.
It's like,
Nice.
then we have that moment then, like our horses are like tangled and we're like next to each other or whatever. Like then I will absolutely insult him for like you're doing your lord a dishonor coming here, right? Like you're
yeah.
like I tell him like tell your lord to leave, like to leave here, like return, like and you know like,
Nice.
I'm trying to appeal to his honor here, almost like within the insult. Like, yeah, this is completely out of bounds.
This is a dishonorable action you're taking.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Sir William is charging at Rethric. What's your response, Rethric?
Rethric once again says, reiterates, we are here on a peaceful and honorable mission from our Lord Earl Roderick. We seek to push us from our path at your peril, sir. And I will race out ahead. I will spur Wyvern on so that, in fact, Rethric is the first to clash.
Nice.
Ahead of everyone else.
Cool.
So I'm gonna.
Are you lancing?
No, hell no.
Okay.
I am. Yeah, I'm a psycho. I'm going to knock his lance aside with my my axe as we come in, and then I'm going to level him.
Okay. He gets that +5 for being lance versus axe.
I understand, but
Okay.
I'm going to get +10 for loyalty to Lord.
Okay.
So,
and you do nail it. All right.
all right. So
He comes in with a very solid strike.
Is that with the bonus?
Yeah, that's yeah.
It's a tie.
Oh wow, yeah, it's a tie. So yeah, I think like you spend all of your effort in knocking his lance out of its path, and then yeah, I think the two of you ride past each other.
There, I think he has me at a disadvantage, Stephen. Well, I think we both drop our weapons or something.
Oh,
or
really?
Both break our weapons on a tie.
So when we looked up ties last time, it said that it just resolves as if nobody had succeeded.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
great.
it's only when like
Is it a sword versus
right.
like-
Yeah, there's like special weapons where certain things happen on ties.
Oh, good. Whew. Yeah, I get
Like
that's right.
sword versus
breaks
any other
axe.
weapon breaks any other weapon. Right.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. Whew. All right.
All right. So, Elaine, Sir Cador of Cornwall is turning around to charge you again. Though he pulls out a sword this time, so you've got him at the disadvantage.
Okay. Are we still horsed?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, I will go sword then. I mean, can I call my honor here?
Yes. Absolutely.
Because what the hell? Like, our people will sing of the cravens of Cornwall.
Damn.
Oh, nice.
Yep, nailed it. So you've got that +10. And remember, because you're fighting Lance versus him on sword, you also have an additional +5. Total bonus of 15.
Nice.
Wow. So I'm typing +15 modifier?
Yes.
But just 15.
Yeah, not the plus,
Holy
but 15.
butts.
Damn. Almost.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you crit like a billion. So roll your crit damage.
Boy.
Right.
39.
Oh!
So he's got what, 16 points of armor, so that's 23 damage. So that's exactly the amount of health that he had left. So you just lay him out straight in the dirt.
Yeah, eat Lance.
Yep, he did. Like literally ate Lance. It's a bit gruesome. Sir Dolores.
Oh god.
Sir Dolores calls on his own honor after you have insulted him personally, Nidian.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's fair.
He succeeds. He pulls out his sword and he says, "You've insulted Cornwall for the last time!" And he starts hacking at you from the top of his horse. Are you going to fight him like for real or just defend?
Again. I'm gonna say this is pathetic.
Wow.
I'm insulting him. Yeah, I'm like, this the Cravens of Cornwall.
Nice.
That's so good.
Whoa.
That's really good.
Whoops. That should have been plus 19, not 39, but yeah, he still crit. Okay, so he got he got a 27.
All right.
Okay. Yes. He wins, which means that he actually deals you damage. Right. And he did crit. So how much damage is that? Lots. So that's horse.
No. He used his sword.
Yeah. It's sword. So it's what? Strength plus size divided by 4?
Shouldn't I? Okay. He was so never mind. He still would have beat it. Because then maybe I should have gotten more because it was lance for a sword, or spear for a sword.
Let's see. Damage is strength plus size divided by 6. So strength and size is 28 divided by 6 is only 4. Okay, so you take 24 damage minus 16, which is only 8, but you also have to make a horsemanship check to see if you stay on your horse.
Oh, there it is.
Ooh, so he
not
knocks you
dead.
down, crack, and he shoves you off of your horse, and he dismounts and he comes after you. Actually, he's not going to dismount. He's going to stay on his horse. He's going to force you to fight from the ground. And of course, you take 8 damage, so make a note in one of your damage segments. You're taking 8. So, Hrethric.
Yes.
Are you axe versus lance again?
Another pass, sir. I said, I nod to him. Well done. I'm not mad. What do we do here?
Is this all strictly one-on-one, or is there any way I can assist?
Oh yeah, no. Now that you're disengaged, like all of this is happening at the same time as you're slaying Cador of Cornwall. So next round, you're going to be able to go rejoin the fight.
Okay.
Nice. Okay, yeah, Luke, you just completely destroy.
Wreck.
Sir William and Hrethric meet once again, clashing. Hrethric knocking the lance aside, and then.
Yeah. So this time I knock the lance aside with the blade and I backstroke him, and which is a difficult maneuver, but I believe I do 12d6.
Yes, you do. Absolutely.
Because I have special Hrethric damage. He's still alive.
So 40 minus 16 is what? 24?
Yep.
Yeah, so that's minus 24. His unconscious is 7, so you deal him a blow into like his thigh, I guess, and he just immediately faints from shock and blood loss, tumbling onto the ground. Plop.
Oh yeah, break his femur. Great.
Yep. So Cador is dead. Sir William is unconscious. Let's see. Block. Cool. Yeah. Elaine and Hrethric, this round, both of you are able to join the fight that Nidian is defending himself against Sir Dolorous. You look around and you can see that like the battle is generally going in your direction. One of the knights that had joined Praetor Syagrius has fallen, but also one of the knights that attacked has also fallen. So it's still fairly even.
So I'm going to nod to Elaine, like, you know what to do, and I'm going to go assist Syagrius.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Well.
Yeah, I'll jump in with Nidian then.
Cool.
Yeah.
So over here, we're going to have Sir Peter.
I don't know why I thought for a second I had a healing kit to give you. Wrong game.
Yeah. All right, so, yeah, Elaine is here with Sir Dolorous. So Sir Dolorous, he's fighting with his sword. He's actually going to ignore Nidian because, Nidian, you're on the ground, and he's going to charge towards Elaine. Elaine, you still have your lance, right?
Mm-hmm.
How much damage did you deal last time? 39. No, your lance broke.
Ah,
Yep.
okay.
So, yeah, it's swords for you now. So Sir Dolorous meets you, and he is using the majority of his swords, so he's got a plus 10, so he's going to use 20 versus you and reserve 9 for Nidian.
Okay.
20 less than 20.
Right.
Oh, wow. Ooh. But you've got the plus 10 for being inspired.
Honorable.
Yeah, honored.
And she has plus 5 for being... Oh, he's still mounted too. So
He's still mounted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm sorry. I have what? Plus 10?
Yeah, you have plus 10 for honor, and If he had been on foot, you would have gotten an additional +5, but you aren't. So.
Gotcha.
Right. So yeah, just +10.
Oh wow! Damn. So you crit. So of course, mark that check for your sword as well as your spear expertise, or lance, or whichever it was that you were using. Before.
Whoa, you need it. That's what you needed to beat him too. I love it.
Yep. That was the only possible victory chance there. So go ahead and roll your crit damage. Wow. Good lord.
That's real good.
You just strike Sir Dolorous down into the earth, and he dies.
Please.
Dead. Hrethric, you're charging at Sir Peter, who doesn't know you're there because he's locked in sword combat with Praetor Syagrius.
I will shout out to him. I am valorous to the core.
Okay.
So I will shout out, Sir Peter, defend yourself.
That sounds more like just than valorous. Like valor is your bravery, right? But you're giving him the chance to defend himself, right? That's the idea?
Yeah.
Is that more just or more merciful in your mind?
I like your interpretation of just.
Okay.
Like, I think that's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. Give yourself a check to just.
Whoa.
All right, so yeah, Sir Peter, he interrupts his swing, and then he looks at you, and then he at the last moment he just makes a blind strike parry against your axe. So he's got a sword of 19. So he's gonna spend 3 on you and 16 on Praetor Syagrius. So roll your axe skill. Roll your crit damage. Jesus.
No! Sorry, Elaine really raised the bar for me.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, we can do what? How much damage?
Yeah, you just you come in and your axe just tears through this man, and he dies in the saddle. And you look around and you see that the legionnaires who have accompanied Syagrius have acquitted themselves well. A number of the knights are galloping away from you, and many of them lie on the ground unconscious or dead. So, victory has won this day. Yeah, as all of you sort of wipe the blood off your faces and your weapons and attend to your horses, recover your squires, Syagrius turns to the three of you. He says, "You've done me a great service today in defending me against these dishonorable men of Cornwall. I will be certain to report to your earl the service you've done."
You, Praetor, you have done us a great service by allowing us to use our arms in your service. It is a small thing, and it is the least we could do, but it is, in fact, we owe you a debt of gratitude.
He nods, and he seems to accept your excuse, and especially because he is a lord in his own right, he thinks very highly of your response. Yeah, I think you all take a moment to get a breath, and then get a little bit further away from Tintagel, make a small and carefully contained camp.
Yes.
And then set your journey on the morrow for returning to Sarum.
Wow.
Elaine, for conquering and defeating a notable knight,
Ooh.
you have earned 100 glory.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Nidian and Hrethric, both of you have earned 50 glory.
Rad.
Yep. Well, I guess actually, Hrethric, you faced off against Sir Peter as well, so you earn 100, and Nidian,
nice.
you earn 50.
Nice.
Actually, nope. Sorry.
I would earn 75.
Nidian 25, Elaine 125, Hrethric 75. Yes, because Hrethric divides the ordinary knight's glory with the Praetor. Very nice. Yeah, that's gonna do it for today's session. I think the epilogue of this is that the four of you or three of you head back to Sarum, where Praetor Syagrius brags of your glorious exploits to Earl Roderick, who smiles and nods. And then Syagrius sets off north into Malahote territory, And this time, Earl Roderick thinks it better if you three choose to stay behind. Nice. Let's do advancement. I think all of you earned a number of checks this time around.
We made this mistake before. We don't actually do the advancement till winter.
It's true. Do you want to actually... I guess the only change that makes is that it gives you the chance to get stronger for like...
all right, it's up to you. If you want to give us the extra checks, that's fine with me. I just want to make sure that...
I guess the thing is you could advance a skill twice per year, and one of the pacing things is that really you can only advance a skill once per year. Okay, save your checks on your character sheet, and we'll do advancement in the winter phase, which we'll probably do next week when we do the official year 487.
Nice.
All right, let's do shout-outs. Luke, tell us about yourself, what you do on the internet, and where people can contribute to the Kickstarter.
I'm not always a Saxon on the internet. Sometimes I run Kickstarter projects. So my latest is called Midar Mark. It's written by longtime Burning Wheel editor Tor Olivsred. Burning Wheel headquarters is publishing it. It's a supplement for our excellent RPG Torchbearer. It is really incredible. I encourage you all to check it out. Tor's been working on it, I want to say his whole life. I'm just going to say that. His whole life. So yeah, you can. The easiest way to do it is just to search on Kickstarter for Midar Mark, Middarmark.
I dropped the link in chat for people.
But also linking is way easier than listening to my bad spelling. Yeah, and thank you.
It's really good. It's really good.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you all for a fun game today.
Yeah, awesome. Jess, tell us about yourself.
Hi guys, I'm Jess. I'm Silden on the internet. Follow me on Twitter at Silden. Follow me on Instagram at Silden. Follow me on Twitch at Silden. Not with an at, but just Silden. You know what I mean. I usually will host anything that I'm on. So, yeah. Misclicks. D&D Prophecy Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock Eastern? 9 o'clock Eastern. 9 o'clock Eastern. Oh my god, I'm tired. 9 o'clock Eastern. Gonna be doing that again next week. I love that show. And then a new plate of the game.
Nice.
Is in the works. Which is, of course, the thing where you Colin talks about food and then casually Overwatch with a special guest. So follow his Twitter at Sunder, SVNDER, to find out relatively soon who the next guest and food topic is going to be.
Super rad. And it's a really fun thing. You should definitely watch.
Yeah.
Eric, tell us about yourself, who you are, what you do, and where people can find more of you.
Yeah, I'm Eric. I'm Eric Fulgaris on the internet. As you can find me on the internet at twitch.tv/Eric Fulgaris, twitter.com/Eric Fulgaris, youtube.com/Eric Fulgaris, and ericfulgaris.com. I love games. I love talking about games all the time. I'm a big fan of Torchbearer. If you want to see Torchbearer in action and see maybe what you're getting with Midar Mark, you can actually watch a game that Steven was on with me. You can watch that on my YouTube channel.
Oh, cool.
So that's awesome. I'm super looking forward to Midar Mark. I think there's a lot of cool stuff there. I mean, coming off of playing Banner Saga, I see a lot of similarities there. I could kind of like steal from and things. So that's going to be cool. I'm excited about that a lot. Later today, in a couple hours, I'm going to be playing Blades in the Dark, which is a role-playing game by John Harper. It's my ongoing campaign. It's called It's Never Sunny in Duskfall. It's a lot of fun if you like climbing it up in a industrial dark fantasy city. I'm excited that while it's not going to be online, I'm excited because I'm starting a new game with some friends in real life for some kind of Star Wars game. We're going to have our sort of like, hey, what kind of game do we want to play session this week? So I'm super looking forward for that and talking to these people about it. So that's coming up with me, and that's about it.
Nice. All right, so as for me, you can find me everywhere at Silent Osiris. The O is a 0. Thanks for watching today. Because I'm now streaming almost exclusively King Arthur Pendragon, there's lots less time where I get to like shout out to my community and thank you for your support. So I wanted to start doing that at the end of shows. So anytime there's a cheer or a resubscriber, I think I'm going to do like this show was brought to you by. So today's this show is brought to you by Rooster Castile with 16 months, Fake Alex Blue resubscribing for 16 months, Dalon 9 for 16 months. I can't believe that I've been streaming as a partner for 16 months. That's awesome. Is crazy to me.
You're awesome. They're awesome.
Silden subscribed with Twitch Prime. Thank you, Jess. Schmelzer88, thank you for your sub. Creepy Truxican, thank you for your sub as well. Farniche resubscribed for 9 months and also cheered for 101 bits. Yeah. K11 subscribed for 16 months. Oxcuridaz, a brand new subscriber. Yinlad and Jir, both resubscribing for 16 months. Jir coming in right at the very end. So thank you all very much for your support. It's awesome that there's so many people who are enjoying the show, and I had a great time today. I hope that you all did too. I also put up a Q&A on the Silent Osiris subreddit, so I'm going to drop that in chat so you can go ask me any questions that you have about today's adventure. It actually ties into some stuff that's coming up that is pretty fun. So I hope to see you all next week, and that's going to do it for us. Have a great afternoon, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See ya.